A big disappointment, another defeat. We are beaten 2-0 by Tottenham Hotspur, our arch rivals. I really, at the moment, I'm absolutely lost for words. It's another embarrassment today for Chelsea Football Club. It's 2 wins from 16 games, 2 losses on the bounce. If you include the Champions League, there's 3 losses on the bounce. The performance again was absolutely shambolic, and the management, I have no words on the manager today. I literally have no words. There's no time to rant. What can I do? I can come here, I can say swearing words, F, S word, everything. I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to abuse anyone here. And if anyone is abusing the players and the manager, you need to have a hard look at yourself in the mirror. I will never do that sort of stuff. On rant, how much more rant can I do? I cannot make expression to look fake. I just cannot do that. Just disappointed. Just disappointment. But also because I have lowered my expectations so much this season, this doesn't surprise me. And the Chelsea fans accept the reality that this is the new norm for Chelsea Football Club. I think you can really sleep and watch the team better, because if you're clinging on to the previous standards that are gone, this is Chelsea Football Club, but not of the old. This is the new Chelsea Football Club of Todd Boehly ownership. And if you get used to that, that's the only way you're going to feel better. Or else, every time you watch Chelsea, you're going to be depressed. Accept the reality. This is Todd Boehly's Chelsea, not Roman Abramovich Chelsea. This is the new norm at Chelsea Football Club, and this is just the start. The ride is only going to be tough for people. It's a roller coaster ride, and it's only going to get worse the way it's going on. So for me, it's better we buckle the seat belts. Let's watch the whole video, and I'll discuss a lot of things. But also, I'm in no mood of ranting. I'm in no mood of any swearing or something, because at the moment I'm not really surprised. All the swearing, everything that was needed, I did it in the last live reaction of Southampton. After Southampton, I never thought we'll even get a point in this game. So I'm not really surprised. You try to be positive, you give predictions of a draw. But if you see on my channel, the Premier League game week prediction I make every week, I'm always positive regarding Chelsea. This is the first time I predicted a draw for us. And from that moment only, it was clear we were never going to win this match. So, coming on the topics we have to discuss today, there's a lot of things to discuss about. So, it doesn't take much, people. Please hit on the like button, please hit on the subscribe button, please support the channel. All the support really means a lot, people. So, let's discuss on the first topic today. That is the manager, Graham Potter. And the biggest topic right now, let's not even say it's a topic. Should Graham Potter be sacked? Right now, if you see the standards and the way we are performing, he has to be sacked on the spot. 2 wins from 16 games, 2 back-to-back losses in the Premier League, 3 back-to-back losses overall, including the Dortmund game. There's no idea on the pitch. There's no pattern on the pitch. We just seem like we can play anytime. We can play football for 500 minutes. We still won't score a goal. But on the other hand, is it really the feasible decision right now? Is really sacking him going to be the solution to all our problems? Because the mess in the club runs deeper. We still don't know what the ownership's aim are at Chelsea. They can be the next Glazers. They can be the next Kroenke. So you like it or you don't like it, people. We don't know what's the ownership direction and what is the aim is. Secondly, on Graham Potter, see, people, when he was appointed, we knew it was a big downgrade to Thomas Tuchel, like big downgrade to Thomas Tuchel. So when he was already a massive downgrade to Thomas Tuchel, we should not even be surprised in the position we are right now. And first of all, big up Congress, brother, on the Spurs win today. Hello, bhaiya, a Spurs fan here. Commiseration. First of all, Congress, brother, your team really played well. And I think Tottenham on some other day could have smashed us 4-5-0, because I think Tottenham were very good and we were very bad, brother. So big up to you. And I think Tottenham, and most probably for me, confirm their top 4 spot until Newcastle pull on a great form. So congrats to you, brother. And on us, brothers, to be really honest, it's a new norm at Chelsea, to be really honest, brother. Like, we are losing so many matches now. It does not even surprise me. It was a Tottenham game, a big game for Chelsea fans. No disrespect, but because our record against Tottenham has been so good in the last 2-3 years, fans are always up for it. This was the first time Chelsea fans, for me, mostly were negative and were expecting a loss or a draw. And I think that was clear with the performance on the pitch. But the first 20 minutes, players never looked motivated. Again, the second half became so slow. You are playing a London derby. You are 0-0 at half time. Manager gives you a motivation. Guys, let's go. The game is in hand. Go there, play with your passion. Make the tackle, guys. Go with that. And you see a reaction. Our players came with a mentality where I'm 100% sure Graham Potter in his halftime talks would have said, the lads who played well, the boys who give everything. Come on, boys, come on. That's it. That's it. And the guys would have gone there with same sort of team talk. The team talk they've been hearing for so much time now, and they were not motivated. Spurs came with energy. I might not even be surprised Conte might have had a web call with them, online call, telling, come on, guys, Chelsea are for the taking, go for the win. And Tottenham came with all the passion. They got the early goal. They could have even added more. And after that, they got a deserved second goal. Chelsea never looked like scoring. It was Tottenham, the only team that looked like whenever they had the ball, they were trying to score, while Chelsea never looked like scoring. An absolute embarrassment and an absolute disappointment. Very, very embarrassed. On Graham Potter, for me, overall, if you look at the performance and the way we are playing football, there's no idea on the pitch, there's no pattern. He has to be sacked. But on the other hand, I'm not fully Potter out. Why? Because what's the benefit of sacking him now? We have to be realistic, people. You have given him a 60 million contract for 5 years. Now, many people will come here and say it's not our money, it's the club money and all this stuff. But the club money also matters, people. 60 million contract on 5 years, 22 million paid to Brighton to release him from Brighton. You also got all his staff for Brighton and Chelsea, which would have cost around 90 to 100 million. You have brought Christopher Weibel, and you have brought so many players now. Was the really benefit of sacking him right now when you only brought him? You have to really ditch out 80, 90 million in sacking him. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. So let's not be surprised. Like, is the norm? I think should he be sacked overall the way we are playing? I think most probably yes. But overall, I do want to blame the ownership more, because what's the benefit of sacking him when they brought him to trust the process? What's the benefit of sacking him now when the Premier League season is already over? Dortmund games looks very difficult to win now. And when the season is already over, let's give him time for next season. There's no benefit of sacking him now because you've spent so much money. You're going to pay 100 million to release him. I don't even know Bart Thomas Tuchel if there's any manager I really want at Chelsea right now. So it's better right now you keep him for me. That's the way I have to go. Now, for people, it's easy to say bring on Hansi Flick, but I just don't think. And sorry, Bhaiya, don't mind me. But Chelsea is a huge club, and just maybe that's too big for Potter currently to handle pressure. It's a club of champions. They need a suited manager. No, brother, you made a very, very good point, brother. A very, very good point, brother. And fully agreed. But, brother, I will say just one point that I think we have to understand that this is Todd Boehly's Chelsea and this is not Roman's Chelsea. I think Chelsea fans, as I am, and all the Chelsea fans who will be watching, Chelsea fans need to calm their ambition down. Nobody knows, no disrespect here. See, I'm not generalizing, but nobody knows what Todd Boehly aim is. It's different to compare a baseball team, whatever, Dodgers, to Chelsea. You cannot compare a baseball team success to Chelsea. And nobody knows he's in for the profit or really he wants to do well for Chelsea. It was because Roman Abramovich put the anti-Glazer clause that Todd Boehly has had to spend money. Nobody knows what his aim is. And Manchester United fan in the chat, big up to him as well. Best of luck for the finals for Manchester United, because they look like more like a properly run club, because Chelsea right now, we are an absolute shambles, to be really honest. And for Graham Potter, for me, should he be sacked on the performances on the final part on this topic? Yes. But what's the benefit of sacking him? Like, where we go? So for me, it's better we now stay. Chelsea fans, calm the expectation down. We have a relegation battle coming up. 40 points. We need 3 wins only, guys. So let's really gear up for the relegation battle we are in. And let's consider that. It's a good challenge for Chelsea fans, watching a relegation battle, fighting against teams. And hopefully, if we go down, we get to play Middlesbrough, Millwall. I think that will be very good to see, to be honest. I'm just joking, to be honest. But that's the way I think we have to go. And why no 3-4-3? I think this is a point I've been making on my Twitter and everything for a long, long time. I just don't understand tactics of Graham Potter. Why does he not go for a 3-4-3, my guy? Why? Like, he's playing 4 at the back. Reece James is not attackingly good enough 4 at the back. Ben Chilwell is exposed in the 4 at the back. You are playing 4 at the back with midfield of Enzo and Loftus-Cheek. Why can't we go for a 3-4-3? You go for more protection at the back, playing Reece James more higher up the pitch, Ben Chilwell higher up the pitch, and that is a formation that gave us a success. Thomas Tuchel's 3-4-3 with Reece James as the inverted midfielder, Ben Chilwell as the inverted midfielder. You had Jorginho being the sitter, Kante being the runner, 3 at the back with Rudiger being the enforcer. You had Anders Christensen being the calm presence with Thiago Silva, and how successful it was. We are not a back 4 team. Are you dumb, man? Like, Graham Potter, I'm really sorry, but are you dumb? You have played so much back 3 at Brighton. Why are you not playing that? What is this compulsion to play back 4? Is it because the ownership wants 4-4-3 formation at Chelsea? Or is it because you're an absolute yes man? Because for me, back 4 doesn't make a sense. And Graham Potter's always been a back 3 person. So I'm literally losing my mind. Why does this guy keep persisting to play 4-2-3-1 when it doesn't make sense? It doesn't make sense to play 4-2-3-1 formation, but Graham Potter just never learns. We are a team that is more accustomed, more proper team to play 3 at the back with Reece James, Chilwell higher up the pitch, protection for the midfielders, but again we play 4 at the back. People watching the match will saw how much Chelsea were exposed. Next permanent manager, according to me, Zidane, Mancini, Enrique, all of them have trophy winning experience, clear tactics and clear play style. For me, I won't have Zidane for me, brother, because I think Zidane, I think, cannot manage this young squad for me. Enrique, again, I don't think Enrique will really go towards Todd Boehly's tactics. I think Todd Boehly wants a yes man. I think, to be really honest, brother, I think people are going to laugh at me. But looking at Todd Boehly and what Todd Boehly wants, I think Pochettino is the best manager we can really get, to be really honest. Todd Boehly wants a yes man who will listen to him, who will work according to his plan, and Pochettino is the only one that can work according to him. Luis Enrique won't take the nonsense of Todd Boehly. Let's be brutally honest. Zidane won't take the nonsense. Mancini won't take the nonsense. People, we have to accept the reality. Todd Boehly wants a yes man to build a club around data-driven approach, with Christopher Weibel being the leader. And I think only Pochettino, Graham Potter, Thomas Frank are the type of managers for me that Todd Boehly will really go for, and the managers that can work for us under Todd Boehly's ownership. And let's go to the next topic. Subs again so late, and big applause to Graham Potter again. I miss Thomas Tuchel, man. Like, absolutely awful substitutions again. He brought Zakaria on, which was, we needed that for so much time in the game. Like, you are bringing Zakaria on. Why not play three-man midfield? Why not play Enzo, Loftus-Cheek and Zakaria? Fully crowd the midfield. Tottenham, Oliver Skip was absolutely running the rings around our midfield. Oliver Skip looking like Prime Iniesta today. Well done, Chelsea. Absolute charity FC. And then you bring Mudryk and Aubameyang on. You bring Aubameyang and Mudryk on at 85th minute when we are 2-0 down. 85th minute, Mudryk, Aubameyang when we are 2-0 down, and you're bringing Mason Mount, who I love, and Zakaria to change the game. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, Sam here will know, he's a Manchester United fan. Just see Erik ten Hag. How quick Erik ten Hag is. Like, Sam is a Manchester United fan, and he will tell you very easily. Erik ten Hag makes substitutions so early. He has turned Weghorst into a fantastic midfielder. He makes changes very quickly, sometimes bringing on Anthony, sometimes changing the form of Sancho. And we have got Graham Potter, who cannot make a change. He makes his changes at 85th minute. People, a manager's quality is always shown the way he can change the game. And I'm very sorry, Graham Potter is a manager that doesn't look like he knows how to change the game. He's a more like a philosophical manager, playing some good football, playing some good style, but has no damn idea on how to change the game. And people, this should really, really concern me. And why Poch is best at dropping a flop in finals, not a manager I'd wanted to run it. Absolutely, I don't want him at Chelsea. But with Todd Boehly ownership, I cannot see any other manager working. If Thomas Tuchel is sacked, a manager who is such a successful manager, I cannot see any more successful manager coming in at Chelsea under Todd Boehly's ownership. We have to be honest, Todd Boehly wants a yes man, and he wants a data-driven approach at Chelsea, and that can only work with a young and upcoming manager, or a manager that loves to build a process. And for me, Pochettino is thrice a better manager than Graham Potter when it comes to playing with the process and identity, because Graham Potter has been very bad so far. But again, I'm not Potter out. I think it's better we keep him right now. There's no benefit of sacking him. Let's be brutally honest. There's no benefit in sacking him, paying 100 million to sack him. It doesn't make sense, people. And coming on to the next part, and that is, why did you change Raheem Sterling to right when he was playing so well? Now, people would have noticed it in the game. Chelsea's Raheem Sterling was the best player on the pitch for us today. Raheem Sterling was awesome. He was the biggest threat we had. And you are shifting Raheem Sterling from left to right when he was the best player. And when people remember, when Mason Mount came on, Zakaria came on, Chelsea played FELIX at the left. We played Mason Mount at the cam and shifted Sterling to right. What is the psychology? What is the psychology, Graham Potter? I really want to understand, for a person having so many degrees in psychology, why are you shifting your best performer on the pitch at a position when he was doing so well to right side? Why? Why? Somebody in the press conference should ask him, but nobody has the guts to ask him. When Raheem Sterling was putting an absolute masterclass, you change him. Chelsea fans should make their viewpoints known to the ownership. It's very important for new ownerships and helps in proper transition of the club. Brother, I think they're making full, like, Chelsea fans are showing their displeasure with Graham Potter, but we have to be honest. If the new ownership cared for Chelsea Football Club, they will never have sacked Thomas Tuchel. Like, Thomas Tuchel was so popular among Chelsea fans. He had his own banner. The fans loved Thomas Tuchel best, and still fans chant, Super Tommy Tuchel. They loved him. Fans, I think Todd Boehly doesn't care about that. Todd Boehly is here to build a particular process and a project. And I hope it succeeds. But right now, he has made a shocking decision. And now he has to live with it when he has paid 80-90 million to make the decision. And also sacking Tuchel and the money he would have paid. I just cannot think how much money we have paid getting Graham Potter. People, it could easily be above 100 million. it could easily be above 100 million people. That is insane. Now going on to Todd Boehly, who I've been waiting to talk about for so much time now. Todd Boehly, we have to have a big chat, and we need to really have a big chat around that. And big up to Sam brother as well. Big up to him, and best of luck for you, brother, for the final. And I wish Manchester United the best. And it's going to be a great game between United and Newcastle. So big up to you, and best of luck for the final. And I want to have a big chat on Todd Boehly, people. Big chat on Todd Boehly. Is he the right owner? Is he the ambitious owner we have wanted? See, I don't know. I cannot say right now. For people, it's very easy. It's very easy to see he's spending 600 million, 700 million. So he is really here for trophies. But that is not a good indicator. Because Roman Abramovich put the clause in for anti-glazer clause, you like it or you don't like it. Todd Boehly will have to invest 1.8 billion into Chelsea Football Club. After that, he can do whatever he wants. So see, we cannot say Todd Boehly is ambitious. We don't know. Nobody knows. What we do know is he took a very tough decision sacking Thomas Tuchel. He showed his authority. He did not like Thomas Tuchel. Fair enough. It's your club. You're the owner. You can do whatever you want. He paid 22 million to Brighton for Graham Potter. No problem. You trust him. You think he's the guy. No problem. A guy who was at 2 million a year at Brighton, you give him a 12 million a year contract. That is your negotiation skills. That is your negotiation skills. And then, okay. Now you've given him a 60 million contract for 5 years. You have paid 20 million to release him out of Brighton. That is 82 million pounds. You have brought his whole Brighton staff at Chelsea, which is easily going to cost you 100 million, 105 million. You've also sacked Thomas Tuchel, paid his staff money as well. Now there's no turning back. You have to back Graham Potter. And if it doesn't work, you're going to look like an absolute dumb person for such a successful businessman. And I think right now, Todd Boehly right now at Chelsea, he has some tough decisions to make. Because so far, it's an absolute embarrassment what we've seen. It's an absolute embarrassment for what's happening. See, I'm not the person who jumps to joy, who makes big assumptions straight away. I never said at this stream that Todd Boehly is the best owner any club can get. I'm not even saying he's not a good owner. I'm not saying anything. He needs to prove he's a good owner or not. And just spending money is not it. We have to see more. We have to see the understanding. And I will give his process a time. I want to see what Graham Potter can do. But if the results stay the same, it's going to be a big problem for Todd Boehly and the Chelsea fans, because fans are going to become restless with the results and Graham Potter will not be able to take it. Todd Boehly will have to shell out 100 million sacking him, and that is only going to look more and more idiotic for the club, especially sacking a manager who was so successful for the club and could go to Real Madrid and win so many trophies again. So on Todd Boehly, I think I want to see more, but he has played a massive hand, paying 100 million for unproven manager, sacking a proven manager, and now the club is not getting result. Todd Boehly on this has made either a massive blunder or a massive masterclass. And if he has made a blunder, he will have to correct it and he will look like a dumb person. If he has done a masterclass, let's see in future if it really comes to a masterclass. So going on towards Chelsea, and my message towards my fellow Chelsea fans as well. So before I do that, please people, it doesn't take much watching. Please hit the like button so more people can join us. Please subscribe, people. It means a lot to me as well. So coming to reality and see, being very honest with you all, which I've always been on this team, we need to accept the reality. But Graham Potter has a manager who is so inexperienced. We need to be brutally honest. We're not going to win many football matches. The trophies in the future are a massive surprise. People, it's not going to happen under Graham Potter. I just don't think he's a manager who can out-tactic people in the final. I cannot see us win Carabao Cups under him. I cannot see us win FA Cups under him. I cannot see us win Champions League under him. The only trophy we can in future try to win under him is Premier League. But again, he's so inexperienced. So let's be honest. When Chelsea brought Graham Potter, I already knew the club has changed. Because Chelsea have always appointed Carlo Ancelotti's, Thomas Tuchel's, your big name managers. So we have to accept the reality. With Graham Potter, we are becoming a more top-oriented club who will play good football and will be a very good club for the neutrals to watch, for tourists to watch, for touring around the world. That is what I expect. We have to accept the reality. We are a bento club right now. We are a mediocre team right now. Let's support the team. Let's support the guys and really enjoy this journey. For me, people, until this Chelsea joins the Super League, which if they do that, I'll stop supporting the club. Other than that, if Chelsea go to Championship, if Chelsea go to League 1, Chelsea go to League 2, I'll still support this club. I love this club to absolute bits. And I have accepted the reality. Chelsea are not going to be the same club they used to be. We are not the same team we'll ever be. We will be a mediocre team under Graham Potter. He's an inexperienced manager who is never going to win us a trophy. I'm very confident of that. Hopefully that changes. I really respect Graham Potter, but I do not see him as a serial winner manager. I also don't see Todd Boehly, who really wants to build a Roman empire with Chelsea. Todd Boehly wants to build more like an FSG Liverpool. Todd Boehly in the future wants a data-driven approach. He can sell players for big money, don't spend a lot of money, make a good project, sell it in America for around good football, play some good football, and that's what Todd Boehly aim is for me. Todd Boehly wants to make a team that wins some stuff, loses some stuff, plays good football, and is overall a respected club around the world with some great stadium. That is what Todd Boehly wants to build. Todd Boehly wants to build a FSG Liverpool here, where Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp won some trophies but never went over it. Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp have won everything: one Premier League, one Champions League, one Carabao Cup, one FA Cup, but Liverpool have only won 5 or 6 trophies in the span of 10 years, and now Liverpool are sitting 10th in the league. Todd Boehly is the reincarnate of FSG. He is going to be successful here, but he won't be a Roman Abramovich. We will have first, second place finishes in future, but we will also have fifth, sixth, fourth, fifth, sixth, because he wants to make a team with great stadium, great football. In future, in a great stadium, we can have NFL matches. That is the reality of Chelsea. Accept it or just keep taking the pain and keep crying, because that's not going to work. I've accepted the pain. Chelsea is not the same Chelsea it used to be, and I've accepted the reality that we are not the same team we used to be. Just play good football, just show us some patterns, and that is the way Chelsea is going to go, because we are not the same Chelsea we used to be, and we are never going to be. Hopefully, Todd Boehly is at least 50% of Roman Abramovich and just tries to be successful. But right now, I'm just seeing signs of an ownership which wants to follow the model of FSG. And you can see with the frustration of Liverpool fans, they have been successful, but they've never been fully successful. And that is the cycle for me Chelsea will go through under Todd Boehly. It won't be like the Glazers, it won't be like the Kroenkes, but it won't be like Roman Abramovich. Accept the reality, people, and you will really sleep well, because otherwise it's only going to get more and more tough, especially with Graham Potter, who is such an inexperienced manager, and the roller coaster of defeats has only started. The season is only going to get worse, and it's not going to get better. And now, coming on to Chelsea have made FELIX look average. When FELIX came to Chelsea, he looked like such a good player, big confidence, amazing player, great dribbling, great attacking quality. And now we have made FELIX look like one of the most average players we'll see. He is playing absolutely awful right now, but can we blame him? Can we blame him? Chelsea have made so many attackers look subpar, and that is what we are doing right now. With the way our structure is, the way our team attacks is, anyone in a team, even a Kylian Mbappe will look average. That is how bad we are. And this should be a clear idea that it's just not attackers are failing at Chelsea or attackers are not good enough. Our team, our structure, our manager are all things are not good enough. This is why attackers come to Chelsea and they most probably fail. And FELIX is playing with a team that has no idea on how to play football, no structure, no pattern, and that is the reality we are seeing. And now coming on to Ziyech, well done, Graham Potter. Well done. This is where I'm even losing more of my shite with Graham Potter. You are playing a player that wanted to move to PSG and was creating a ruckus around that. A player that doesn't look interested in Chelsea, and a player that's no benefit of playing him if you've got no natural striker. Hakim Ziyech is a crossing merchant and nothing else. If you have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang playing up top, if you have a Romelu Lukaku playing up top, if you have a physical striker playing up top, fair enough. Other than that, this guy is just a crossing merchant and nothing else. You keep playing him. He's not good enough for the club. He has no desire to be at the club. Just going there, slapping the player, and that's why he has to go. But you're still playing him. You could have played a young mediocre guy who's going to be the future for Chelsea. You could have played someone else, but you played Hakim Ziyech, and again, you're only creating more trouble for you when you make such decisions for the lineup, Graham Potter, because fans are losing it, especially with playing players who don't want to be here and players who just don't care for the bash that is Chelsea Football Club. Coming on to defense, and defense is the only positive right now for Chelsea, being very honest, people. This is the only positive for Chelsea fans. Like today, I know Chelsea fans love to hate upon Koulibaly. Chelsea fans think he's the worst player we have signed, but Koulibaly for me today played really well. I know people will blame me for this, but I think Koulibaly was fantastic today, and he had no blame to make today. He was very good today. And then Wesley Fofana, he's looking a very good player. If the guy stays fit, he's going to be a very good player for future of Chelsea. And from a disastrous summer transfer window, I think Fofana is one of the brightest spark we have signed. And Fofana and Koulibaly played really well today, especially when Thiago Silva went off the pitch. It's not their mistake that the attack cannot do anything. It's not their mistake that Kepa Arrizabalaga made an absolute howler error. And other than that, for me, Fofana and Koulibaly handle Kane and Richarlison very, very well for me today. So I think their performance is acceptable today, and the only positive I can take from the Chelsea performance today. Premier League done, only UCL left, and even that way fans are not really confident. Premier League is done, we cannot get top 4, we cannot get top 6, we just might finish behind Fulham and Brentford this season. So Premier League is over and it's better we forget about it. UCL, anything is possible, but with Graham Potter and having no in-game management, no tactics, I just cannot see us go very far in the championship, to be honest. So the season looks over, people. Hopefully we beat Dortmund. Other than that, I think just play the young guys and finish this massive, pathetic season off. Play Mediocre, play Fofana, David Fofana, play your Badia Shele, Chukwemeka, because there's nothing left in the Premier League right now for Chelsea, being very, very honest. And now, coming out of the Premier League table, guys, because now the topic is changing. We are officially in a relegation battle. So let's have a chat regarding that. We need the damn 40 points. If you can look at the table right now, Everton are on 18th with 21 points. Leeds United are in 17th with 22 points. West Ham are in 16th with 23 points. Wolves have 24 points. So people being very, very honest, we are playing a relegation scrap against Leeds United next week at Stamford Bridge. We have to at least get a draw. We at least need a draw against Leeds United, because next week, if we lose to Leeds United, we are officially in a relegation battle. Next week at Stamford Bridge, fans need to make an awesome atmosphere and they need to get a draw against Leeds United. We are officially in the relegation battle, 10 points of a relegation zone, and it can easily become 6-5-4. So the guys have to win against Leeds, and hopefully we don't steer past that. People, I'm not looking at the top of the table. I'm not looking at Liverpool, Brentford, Fulham, City, Arsenal, United. I don't care about them anymore. From content creator point, yes, but other than that, I don't care about them. So let's forget that. Let's talk with Aston Villa, Palace, Nottingham Forest, Leicester, Wolves, West Ham, Leeds, and Everton, because this is the level of the new Chelsea Football Club, and we need to be very careful, people. Next week is a relegation six-pointer, a massive, massive derby against Leeds United, and we have to win that match, and hopefully we can win that match. So that is a relegation battle, people. That is a table, and hopefully that table turns around and the team improves for the future ahead. So coming on towards the player rating today, enough is enough. Let's have some player chats today. Please, people who are watching, it doesn't take much. Please hit on the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It means a lot to me. And please, people, participate in the live chat. Do send your player ratings in. It means a lot, people. And coming on to Kepa Arrizabalaga, he deserves a 5. That was an absolute howler. Absolute howler. And this is why I've always said Kepa is a fine backup keeper, a good keeper, but Kepa Arrizabalaga is never your proper goalkeeper if you want to win Premier Leagues, if you want to win Champions League. And if Chelsea's aim is in future to be a top 4 club, then Kepa is a good player. If our aim is to win Premier League, Champions League, is not a good enough keeper, because he has always got a mistake in him, and that's always going to be a problem. And I think Kepa should have done better from that. I think even Koulibaly, hello host, how are you doing? Big up, brother. And as a Chelsea fan, I'm disappointed, but I have accepted the reality, brother, of where we are. And thank you so much, sir, to join the chat. It means a lot as well. And Kepa, for me today, I do understand that Koulibaly's deflection or just a bit of presence made him, but his vision lost. But you have to do better as a goalkeeper. And Kepa has always this tendency in him that when he gets his hand on a particular ball, it never really is convincing enough. So that is the way it goes with Kepa, and he deserves a 5 for me. Coming on to Reece James, and I love Reece James. Reece James is still a proper leader, but today he was just not good enough, and it has also to do with the team not playing well today. Hakim Ziyech having a very, very poor game, and Reece James having no support. And I've always said that Reece James works best for Chelsea in a 3-4-3, but sadly the manager is not persisting with that. And Reece James today look isolated attackingly, and it was not a really good display. So for me, it has to be a 5 for Reece James, to be honest. It was a very disappointing performance. For me, defense was the only positive today. I'm really, really disappointed to see Thiago Silva injured. Hopefully it's not serious. And Koulibaly really played well today. He's a player who gets a lot of criticism of Chelsea fans, always scapegoated. But I think Koulibaly put a very, very good shift in for the badge today for the shirt, and he had a fine performance today. So Koulibaly for me deserves a 7. If anyone, people in the chat, do you think the ratings are wrong or you have your own ratings, please people put in the chat. It means a lot to me as well, people. Let's have a chat regarding that. So Koulibaly for me has to be a 7, and Thiago Silva has to be a 6 out of 10 for this game, because sadly he was taken off injured, and hopefully he's fine, and hopefully it's not a serious injury. Coming on to the left back, and Ben Chilwell had a very disastrous game today. He deserves a 4. That was a disastrous game. And Ben Chilwell today, I think he looked like a player who's coming back after injury, and he's lost every confidence he had in himself. I do understand he's still a better option than Cucurella, but Ben Chilwell today had an awful game. I love Ben Chilwell. He's one of my favorite players. But since that injury, I think Ben Chilwell has lost that acre of space. He had that pace in him. And I think overall, there was a very, very shambolic display today from Ben Chilwell. Very, very disappointing display, people. And I think giving him 4 is being very kind because he did not offer us anything today, Ben Chilwell. Coming on to the midfield today, I think Enzo Fernandez, yes, he made a bit of mistake for the goal, but Enzo Fernandez was the only one that was trying to create something, pinging the ball into the box. Yes, the balls were a bit overhead, but Enzo was the only player who was trying to be creative today, and he deserves a 6. And sadly, when he's not being helped by Loftus-Cheek, when he's not being helped by the midfield, the defense, the attack, the guy cannot do anything on his own. And he's a fantastic midfielder, another top-class, world-class player. Chelsea are making look average. Enzo had a very good display, made a mistake for the goal. There was a wrong clearance, but Enzo had a good game. But sadly, he's playing in a team which has no structure, no pattern, and absolutely no idea. Coming on to Ruben Loftus-Cheek, not a bad display, not a good display, just a normal Loftus-Cheek display. Loftus-Cheek, since the Marizu Sadi season, that injury, he has lost the space, the dribbling, and he's just a player who goes there, does his jobs, come back. Nothing special, nothing bad, and this is why there's no much talk about Loftus-Cheek. So for me, he has to be a 6 people. Coming on to the next one, that is Hakim Ziyech, and he has to leave this club. The guy for me doesn't look interested at Chelsea and has a player without a striker in the team. And for me, Hakim Ziyech has always been a crossing merchant. He does not work in this team, and he was absolutely awful today. Did not provide a lot of attacking threat today. Defensively, was not really present today. Really, really poor one at the halftime. It wasn't a red card, but what the heck are you doing? And it doesn't look interested, people, since the PSG move for the night. He has to be a 3. Absolute embarrassing, and he has to leave the club. And another point which is making me angry on Graham Potter, the guy does not look interested to be at Chelsea, and still you are persisting with him, still you're giving him chances. Like, what is the reason for that? The guy doesn't look interested at Chelsea, and you're still playing him after time after time. That is my only frustration continuing with Graham Potter. You could play a mediocre, you can play the young guy, a guy who's going to be the future for the club, but again, for no reason, you go with Hakim Ziyech. I literally have no words. Coming on to the next player, that is João Felix, and João Felix was very poor today, but he was not being helped, playing with Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech, who were not clicking as an attack, and in the midfield, without Enzo, which lacked creativity, and Reece James and Ben Chilwell having an absolute horrific game. João Felix was poor today, I absolutely agree, but João Felix is a fantastic player, and another player that is being made look bad by Chelsea because the bad structure we have got. How many attackers can be signed in the key failing at the club? At some point, the question have to be asked of the club, the direction we are going, and what can João Felix do when James and Chilwell are having horrific games, when Hakim Ziyech is not looking interested, when Kai Havertz is not a natural number 9. I think you cannot really blame him. He was nothing special, but he had nothing really to work with today. Please, people watching, please hit the like button, people. It means a lot, and please subscribe to the channel, and please participate in the player ratings. Do give your player ratings for the match today, because to be honest, the performance today was absolutely horrendous. So João Felix for me is a 5. Very disappointing performance, people. But to be really honest, he could not be helped by having a more poor structure in any team in the world. And it would have been better for him to wait for Arsenal, because he might have been in the Premier League title-winning team, and he has to face off with winning 10th and fighting with Everton, Aston Villa, and Leeds United. My God. Coming on to Raheem Sterling, and Raheem Sterling for me was the best player today for Chelsea. The guy played really well today. And then our great tactical manager, Graham Potter, puts him on the right in the second half and kills any threat he had. Raheem Sterling was absolutely awesome today until the substitutions. He was running the game for us. He was absolutely magnificent. And this is Raheem Sterling we signed from City. What an awesome display. But then a great manager puts him on the right just to bring Mason and Zakaria on. And when he was threatening from the left, he went to the right and looked anonymous. And then when Aubameyang was on the pitch, when Mudryk was on the pitch, rather than taking Kai Havertz off, he takes Raheem Sterling off. Well done, Graham Potter. And Raheem Sterling overall was the best player of Chelsea on the pitch today. Going on, the next one, Kai Havertz. It was one of Kai Havertz's fine displays. Big thing. That was Kai Havertz, one of better displays, and still he only gets a 6. Because to be really honest, he had nothing to work it in terms of chances. And then the manager for the last 15 minutes of the game, playing him as a winger. Oh my God. Oh my God. And other than that, we all know Kai Havertz is not a natural striker, and problems are always going to be there. Kai Havertz is not a natural striker. You keep playing him there. You keep increasing your misery. And that is what's just going to happen. He's not a striker, but the manager keeps playing him there. And that's what's going to happen. Not a bad display, not a good display. A normal Kai Havertz display where, to be really honest, I don't expect anything big to happen, people. And going on to substitutes, Wesley Fofana came on very early for Thiago Silva and really was one of the positive in this game. Really defended well. He played really well against Southampton as well in the second half. And this guy looks like one of the finest signings Chelsea have made. And if he stays fit, he could be a very good player for the future of Chelsea. So very happy with his performance. The next substitute we made was Mason Mount. He had no time on the pitch, to be honest. So can't really blame him for much. And then Zakaria again came on. Looked a bit unfit because of just playing after injury. So we have to understand. And he came at a time when Chelsea were 1-0 down. So really had not much time to prove himself and get accustomed to the match. So to be really honest, he's a 5. Not bad, not really good. Then Aubameyang came on, had no service and only came on for 5 minutes. So he has to be a 5 because I can't even give him a rating. And the same goes on for Midrick. And the manager, 3. What a disastrous lineup, playing Hakim Ziyech in this match. And again persisting with a 4-2-3-1 formation against Tottenham, being absolutely outclassed in the midfield when we needed to play a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-3 in this match. And then bringing on Mason Mount, Zakaria, shifting Sterling, who was having a great game from left to right, bringing Aubameyang, Mudryk on at 85th minute when the game is already done. Awful management. Giving him a 3 is me being a kind. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry for shouting. I apologize to you all. But I've had enough in terms of substitution he make. I'm not Potter in. I'm not Potter out. I just cannot make it psychologically. The decisions he's making right now on the pitch, playing Hakim Ziyech, who doesn't really care for the club. Why? Why are you playing Hakim Ziyech? Why are you not playing Duke and trusting the young guy and building the club for the future? And that is why he has to be a 3. He has to be a 3. I had to get that out of my chest. People, I'm really sorry if anyone really feels offended, but I had to get it off my chest. And making a bit more discussion on the points, a big point I want to discuss with you all, because I did not discuss with you all properly, and that is on this. Subs, again, very late. Again, substitutions, absolutely late. Chelsea are playing badly against Tottenham. We are getting destroyed in the midfield, and then he brings in Zakaria and Mason Mount. Raheem Sterling is having an awesome game on the left. You take him to the right. Why? Why do you take him to the right? He was having a great game on the left and you take him to the right. Why? You brought on 85th minute Aubameyang, Mudryk at 85th minute and then you took Raheem Sterling off. You should have taken Kai Havertz off. We needed a winger from the right to put in crosses and you take Raheem Sterling off and you play Kai Havertz as a right winger in 2023. Big up, brother, big up. Oh my God. I have no words again for a substitution. I literally have no words. I cannot understand psychologically. My hairs are going off. I cannot understand psychologically. What was he thinking today? This is the reason I am not understanding this guy. I have no problem team finishing 15th. I have no problem. I support this club and I support any manager at this club which really builds a future and builds a pattern. But my problem with Graham Potter is I understand that if anyone is abusing him, you should be embarrassed as a human being. You should be embarrassed. But I have my honest question. Why are you making so easy damn mistakes? Why are you making mistakes like in Southampton game, resting so many players when that game is a must-win match? Why are you making so many dumb decisions that you wait 80th minute to make substitutions? This is my problem with Graham Potter, and this is my biggest gripe with him, because I'm not understanding how can he make these substitutions. I'm not really understanding. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry for this rant, but I'm not understanding what the heck is Graham Potter trying to do right now. What the heck are his decision making? And then this I've talked about, and Todd, Boehly, and let's be honest, my final part I'm going to talk about before I end this video. So people watching, please hit on the like button, please subscribe to the channel, people. It means a lot, and please participate in the live chat. Coming on to the last part, that is accept the reality. I'm really sorry, people. I'm not able to find the slide. Just wait a second. People. This. Let's be honest, on my final note on this video, the match is done. We were awful. I just want to say, and my message to the fan base, we need to understand where Chelsea are going right now. and we are going in a direction of being a FSG Liverpool. You accept it, it will be much better for people. If you don't accept it, it's going to be hard to pay. Todd Boehly is never going to be Roman Abramovich. Move on. Move on. This is not the Chelsea we used to be. He is not getting sacked. Support the club, support the team, get behind the players and the manager, because he's not getting sacked anytime soon. Todd Boehly is a new FSG with more money. That's it. I cannot make any judgment on Todd Boehly because he's spending money. You can spend money and you can spend it wrong. He's also spending the money because of anti-Glazer clause Roman Abramovich put in that, which is making him spend. Todd Boehly's ambition at Chelsea, which I'm going to give you all in a nutshell. Todd Boehly wants to make a fantastic stadium, which you can really promote around the world. A stadium tourists are going to come and watch. A stadium where NFL matches are going to be hosted. That is what Todd Boehly first of all wants to build. His second aim is he wants us to be successful. Because otherwise, why is he spending so much money? But also, he wants a more data-driven approach. And also, I think he wants to build a project here. And I think he's more like your FSG. He's going to be more like that type of process and going to spend more money. So it's better to accept the reality. We are going to be a new Chelsea under Todd Boehly. And it will be better for fans to accept the reality. Under Graham Potter, we are not winning any major trophies. We are going to be a club that plays great football. It's going to be great for neutrals to watch. We'll have matches, Chelsea 4, Liverpool 2, Chelsea 3, Tottenham 2, and we are going to be that type of club. I've accepted that. I'm going to be sitting here every time, supporting my team, whether we are losing matches, winning matches, and up the Chelsea, up the Blues. I'm going to be there supporting this club. And yes, the pain is going to be very easy to handle if you lower your expectations. Forget about Champions League, forget about trophies, support the club, and that's what we are as fans for. Thank you so much, people watching. It means a lot. I know people are not even angry with my rant. I'm so sorry, people. I'm so sorry, but I had to go on that. Thank you so much for watching, people. It means a lot. Big up to you and hope you all have a great day. Thank you.